Good morning, everyone. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Rajesh Kumar, MNIT Jaipur, PVC and Dean FET, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, Registrar MRIIRS, Shri R.K. Arora, Associate Dean, Dr. Geeta Nijhawan, Head, Dr. Leena Ji, colleagues and participants from Pan India. I welcome you all to the Atal Online FTP on Robotics and AI, sponsored by AICT under its Atal scheme and which is conducted by EEE Department MRIIRS. Now, why this subject was chosen? As artificial intelligence will reach human levels by around 2029, follow that out further to say by 2045, we will have multiplied the intelligence, the human biological machine intelligence of our civilization a billion-fold. So we can see that artificial intelligence and robotics, they are bringing drastic changes in the technological fields. Things we only imagined 20 years back have now become a reality. From automated systems at a manufacturing plant.
Require a mechanism or a control mechanism for where the parameters will change. For example, the vehicle weight will change because when we do packet delivery, there will be change in the mass, because once you drop a vehicle, drop a packet, the mass will reduce. So unless the control action takes care of this change in mass, there will be some instability in the system. So because of this, we need some kind of adaptive control. Adaptive control means the controller is adapting to the change in the system. Okay. Because the dynamics are non-linear in nature, so we are using a backstepping controller. So broadly, what we are doing is that we are using a hybrid vehicle for packet delivery. And because the vehicle is non-linear in nature, we are using a backstepping controller. And because the packet weight will change, the overall weight of the vehicle will change because of packet delivery. We are using an adaptive backstepping controller. I think there is too much of noise because of people coming in. Let us, I'll wait for a couple of minutes once we are sure that now the number of persons entering is fixed. Then I start. Okay, I have explained to you the title of the talk. Okay, so I just hold for some time so that people can come in, and then there is no further, this ting noise. So just hold on for 2 minutes.
Facing problem or doubt, then you can interrupt me and I'll try to clear all your doubts. Okay, so starting with the robot definition. So it is a general purpose programmable machine possessing certain anthropomorphic characteristics. So anthropomorphic terms means human-like structure. Okay, so there are certain specification of robots, like it can work in hazardous work environments, repetitive working cycle, consistency and the accuracy. Means robot can work with consistently and with accuracy. Difficult handling tasks for humans, means at the places which are not possible to work for humans. So at these places we can mount robots for the working. Multi-shift operation, so robot can work 24 hours as well. Okay, so either if we'll compare it with the human, so we have to place the human for certain operation into shift. Okay, so in that place we can place the robot for working 24 hours. Reprogrammable and flexible. Okay, so it is not like if we will program a robot for some particular application, so it will be fixed. So it will not be like this. Like if we want to change the program of robot for any kind of other application, and if we want to modify that particular application only, so this function is also possible in robot. Interface to other computer system also. Okay, like if you want to get the data of robot into PLC, or you want to display the data of robot into GOT, so this function is also possible. Like you can interface the robot with GOT, PLC.
With over 10,000 worldwide applications and blended with over 100 years of Mitsubishi Electric's collective wisdom in manufacturing, eFactory is a scalable platform that adapts to customer requirements and budgets and enables smarter factories with improved productivity, quality, safety, and security, along with optimized workforce performance. eFactory is supported by an extensive worldwide alliance partner network built on the global concept.
Sorry, I think video has been changed.
Sir, I think the robotic arms, they are visible.
1 minute.
Interested in this work, I hope even if you do not know, by the end of my talk, you'll at least understand what is a quantum machine learning. And it is a really exciting area, which is kind of going to take the future. And I hope you will start appreciating this. And if you want to join further, you can write to me and we'll be happy to collaborate with you. So what is a quantum? You might have studied the quantum mechanics in your 12th standard, which might be the boring chapter of the entire physics that you had taken. I mean, for me, when I was in 12th, I didn't understand what is quantum and what is relativity and how things were happening there. But that time, maybe my vision was not that big that I could even understand. And also the things were evolving. So maybe that was the reason I should not give the credit. I should not take the credit from it. So what is a quantum? Quantum is something which is making the things faster. So let's just history says that. I mean, when our great grandfathers were studying, they had vacuum tube diodes. When we graduated, we were also studying those vacuum tubes things with us, those diodes and triodes, which were in a glass encasing. I have seen those things. I am not sure that young generation has seen those or not, but they were the backbones of the things that were carried on. Then we went to transistors, which is like a smaller miniaturization versions. Then we went to integrated ICs. I mean, those you still
student as well as some senior student also. So I thought that let me touch base on this topic, which is quite interesting as well as quite sensitive also when you will be working or when the faculty will be nurturing the future leaders under when you will be teaching them. So diversity, as we see, has got a many different meanings, be it gender diversity, be it ethicity, be it inclusion, be it exclusion. like that's why I have chosen this slide, which talks about one word, but it has got many different meanings. So talking to, just a minute. Like today, when we see the whole global marketplace, it is constantly changing. Nobody has like thought how the whole marketplace will change in last 20 to 30 years. Many of the people may not have thought that how the marketplace will evolve. Initially, we used to think that being a manufacturing superpower will be the key for any country or any organization to have a very good say in the marketplace. But it is changing, it is evolving every day. So when we see the marketplace, it is quite evolving. The diversity is picking up very quickly. Whenever there used to be a leader in any organization from a diverse field, there used to be a news 20 years back or 10 years back. I was reading one news today, like wherein Hindustan, like the Unilever has appointed their CHRO as one of the CEO of one of the company. So that gives an example like how a diverse manpower or a diverse technology is taking place in the global marketplace, which is changing constantly. And the best way to gain a competitive advantage is through diversifying the workplace, its process, practices in diversity meaning. It can also be ways of your thinking, everybody's thinking, intellectual background, and also the training. Training can be the upbringing of a person or the person, how he has been educated.
Afternoon to all the dignitaries and the participants. Receiving an overwhelming response from the participants, we have reached to the end of the AICTE-sponsored FDP program on robotics and artificial intelligence. The FDP provided thorough understanding of concept. It enriched knowledge with relevant case studies, deep understanding, and clarity of new developments in the field of robotics and AI. So for this, now I would like to call Dr. Anita Khosla, Professor, EEE Department, and the coordinator of the program for their conclusion remarks. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Associate Dean, FET, Dr. Geeta Nijavan, Head EEE, Dr. Leena Ji, colleagues and participants. I welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of Atal Online FDP on Robotics and AI, sponsored by AICTE and conducted by EEE Department, Manav Rachna, from 13 December to 17 December 2021. First of all, as in the capacity of program coordinator, I would like to thank all the participants for attending this FDP, and I also shower my heartfelt gratitude to the professors and all who have contributed in any manner. Now this FDP, it was commenced on 13th of December with inaugural function with chief guest Professor Rajesh Kumar from MNIT, Jaipur, who has significant experience in this domain. Dr. Rajesh Kumar apprised the participants about the relevance of the topic in today's world. Now, eminent speakers from IITs, NITs, and industry shared their expertise during 5 days of FDP. And further, to have better understanding and clarity of the subject, hands-on session had also been included for design and modeling of robotics and artificial intelligence. After the inaugural ceremony, Our chief guest, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, also took one session on data-driven modeling in robots. And the next session was taken by Dr. Dipankar Deb, Professor, IIT RAM, Ahmedabad. He explained about adaptive backstepping controller design of quadrotor biplane for payload delivery. And in the third session on the same day, Mr. Tarun Nagar from Mitsubishi Electrical India delivered wonderful training on robotics. I hope it was beneficial for all. And then on the next day, that is 14 December, Mr. Manoj Gupta, Senior Manager, Factory Automation, shared his knowledge on robotics using automation. It was really appreciated by all, that particular session. And second session was taken by Dr. Monica Agarwal, Professor, IIT Delhi, Care Department. She talked about nuances of quantum machine learning, a new paradigm, and its importance in today's world. The session was followed by hands-on training from Dr. Rajesh Kumar on development of robotic arm. It was quite informative as he explained by taking an example of a model. Then on 15 December, the day started with a session on modeling and simulation techniques for dynamic systems by Dr. Indrajit Desai. He explained it by taking some real-life examples. As all of us are working somewhere or other, and we face diversity at workplace on regular basis. So to understand why diversity is critical for any organization, an informative session was delivered by Mr. Rajiv Sharma, Chief Strategic Officer, Mitsubishi Electric India. And on that very day, in the last session, Dr. Dheeraj Joshi, Professor, Delhi Technological University, spoke about importance of artificial intelligence in electrical engineering. He explained all the methodologies used in AI by taking few cases. On fourth day, Mr. Umang Kejriwal, during first session, took hands-on training on Internet of Things. He made the session quite interesting by taking real-life examples. And next session was on a new decision analytic model for industrial robot selection, which was